Hello, hello, hello. Anybody there? Anybody there? Looks like we're streaming. See if we can view it here. I don't know if it's working. Can you guys tell if it's working or not? I don't know if it's working. Can't tell if it's working. It says waiting for Tony's lawn care. Is it working? Can you guys hear me? Is it working? Well, here it comes. Let's see. I don't know if it's working. I think it is working. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if the sound is okay. Yeah, how's it working now? Benjamin, how's it working, buddy? Is it working good? Let me know how the audio level is. Sweet. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the volume down on my phone here. I'm going to turn it down, and I'm going to unbox this chainsaw that I got for $106 on eBay. Now, look, it's MAKITA reconditioned, and there's a place online called CPO, and they are a tool refurbisher outlet, but they sell these on eBay for $106. So let's open it up and see what it is about really quick, because that would be cool. And I'll show you something else I got too. Sorry, this table may wiggle just a hair because I got it set up on the same table where I am, where I have the camera. So if the camera wiggles just a little, it'll stop in a minute. Official unboxing. Ooh. So we got a little pouch here. Nice little backpack. What else is good? So we got our metal spikes for it. Got our chainsaw tool. We got the manual here. And we got our cover here and the bar. I hope that we have a chain. Actually, I bet the chain is probably in here. So let's put this box down and we'll get to work here on it. So this is cool. This is really cool. So we got a MAKITA saw. Yeah, said Goody Audio. That's great. Check this thing out. This thing is small. It's a brushless top handle saw. Look, this is one hand here. So let's see if we can take this off and put our bar on here. So, like I said, they sell these on eBay refurbished for $106, 106. So I was wanting a small chainsaw, anyway, a small chainsaw, battery saw, you know, something like that. Something small like this, some kind of small saw where you know, like let's say I got limbs that fall at a customer's house. Let's say there's limbs that fall at a customer's house that are like as big as my arm or something. You know, you don't necessarily have to pull out the huge gas chainsaw, and I got this for 106. Check it out, really nice, high quality, feels very commercial, feels really good, like the quality of it. And it's really small, but let's see if we can get this bar on here, live here on 40 pitch, you know, pretty sweet. Not gonna act like I know how this goes because I don't know. I think it goes just like that. But first, let's see if we can get our chain on here. So we get our chain on here. See if we can get it on here. Get our chain together. This is awesome. So what a deal. You get this for 106 bucks. And I do not have a battery. I do not have a, sorry, I'm just looking at this, chain here. But I do not have a battery that fits for MAKITA. You know, all I have is Milwaukee stuff. And now I have, if y'all see my video yesterday, I have that new Ryobi mower. I also have that other Ryobi blower too, the Whisper series blower, which is really cool. So here we go. Looks like it's 90. It's an Oregon chain. Looks like it's 90. Really sweet, actually. Maybe 40 pitch, 90. Trying to remember what it's called. 90px. 90px chain here. So we're gonna see if we can get this on here. See if we can assemble this thing. And I want to buy. There's like these. There's plenty of these like 2-in-1 chainsaw sharpeners online, like aftermarket ones that are super cheap. And I want to find one for this. Like I want to find a the one for the 43 pitch, which I believe is like a 4mm file. The 2-in-1 files are awesome. I have one for the bigger saw. I bought on eBay also for like $16. It's awesome. So I want to find one for this. It's like a 2-in-1 file jig. It's really neat. Let me see if I can get this on here. I gotta make it even looser. Gotta bring it back, boys. But we're gonna get it on here. There we go. Now we're gonna need to bring it out some. So this is cool. This is really a really cool saw, actually. And I knew, well, I'll explain in a minute why I got it and why I'll explain why I'm not completely crazy, even though I don't have any batteries for MAKITA. So I'll explain that in just a second. If I can get this cover on here. And we're gonna have to bring that thing out a lot, see? I mean, this thing is legit. This is a legit little chainsaw. I'm serious. I like it. For some reason, this little part. Let me see. Maybe does this go on the outside? I think this little part here goes on the outside. But I'll explain it. Give me just 1 second. I'll explain why I got this, even though I don't have any MAKITA batteries. But I got it with a purpose in mind. I feel like this little guide maybe goes on the inside. But maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I feel like it does, though. Let's try it. There's this little bar in here, and it looks like this little cover goes on there. Let me take this nut off. Maybe it goes under there. You know, I don't really think so. I think it goes just like that, even though. So I'll explain just a minute, guys. I'm just trying to do this on the fly here. And now the chain came off again. The fun of chainsaws, right? But this one, of all the chainsaws, this one will be a pretty fun one to use for obvious reasons, because it's really small, it's really light. There we go, there we go. All right, now we're on to something here. Now we're on to something. Now we're on to something. So, there it is. There's no battery in here. But man, this thing is sweet. So small, and I really like it. So, you can get these on eBay for $106. Like I said, it feels very, very commercial, very heavy duty feeling. Here's your oiler. It's the XC-U06. It's got an Oregon chain, nice power button. Now, you can even adjust right here how much oil goes to the chain. So, it's a 90px chain. I believe it's a 43 pitch and a 3/8 low profile chain. As a lot of these small ones are, like the small one like for your pole saw or whatever like that, like your, let's say your steel pole saw or stuff like that. Yeah, MAKITA saw, Milwaukee hoodie. Yeah, MAKITA actually doesn't have Milwaukee doesn't have a small saw just like this. They have they have the hatchet, which is like an M12 or M18, where it's just like a mini chainsaw where you like hold in your hand. But it costs way more than $106. So what it is, so let's open this too. So what I did was, so I was thinking, I was like, I would like to have that hatchet. The hatchet would be perfect because it's like a small, you know, it's like a small chain. It's like a, the hatchet would be perfect because it's like a little mini chainsaw, you know. It's like a little mini chainsaw. So I was like, that would be perfect. Like, you know, you have that in conjunction with your big chainsaw. But man, even on eBay, newer stuff, I mean, them things are selling for a lot of money, those hatchets. So I was like, man, if I could get this MAKITA for $106. And also I was looking at the Ryobi top handle chainsaw, which there is a killer deal on eBay right now. If you guys type in Ryobi top handle chainsaw, there's a seller on there that has them for $129 with the battery, with a 4 amp hour 40 volt Ryobi battery. So I was really torn. I was really torn on whether to get this MAKITA saw or get that Ryobi saw. But I ended up choosing this MAKITA saw because, and here's what I did. So I got the saw for $106, right? And then if y'all see my last live video, I have, I explained how I have my mobile charging set up now. I have my mobile charging set up in the back of my truck with the 100 amp hour deep cycle battery. And so now I can basically charge any brand, right? So I can charge my Ryobi stuff, I can charge my Milwaukee stuff. And so I'm getting deeper into battery equipment. So what I did was, I was like, I really only need this. I don't really plan on getting into the MAKITA platform per se. So and that's an 18 volt saw. So what I did was, also on eBay, for $64, I got, you know, they sell these little, if you look on there, the aftermarket kits, they'll have these little, or the aftermarket batteries. Like, so if you type in MAKITA 18 volt, all these aftermarket batteries will come up in the search. And when they come up in the search, a lot of these, you know, aftermarket battery sellers will also sell chargers too as well. They'll sell chargers. And so what I did was, I got two, I only opened one so you can see it, but I got two aftermarket batteries Whoa, almost dropped it. So I got 2 aftermarket batteries. See, it's a Makita, but it's not a real Makita. It's a, you know, it's an aftermarket, you know, Chinese battery here. It's got a battery indicator. That's pretty cool. So you can see it. And so it's a Chinese battery. But what I did was for $64, I got 2 6-amp-hour batteries, which will clip on here. I got 2 of these batteries, and they're just like in, you know, in the little drop box on eBay. You pick your battery, and they'll say, do you want a 6-amp-hour battery? Do you want a 5-amp-hour battery? Or do you want, would you like, you know, in the little drop box, like, do you want a 6-amp-hour battery with a charger? Or stuff like that. And so they'll have these, like, they'll have these aftermarket, they also sell aftermarket chargers, which I have no idea what this looks like. But we're gonna open the charger as well, because why not, right? So we're gonna open this up. We're gonna open up the charger just for fun, kind of see what it looks like, you know, because I got this charger too. So for $64, I got 2 batteries. I got 2 batteries and a charger here for $64. Now, they're not genuine batteries, but honestly, I've had pretty great experience with these aftermarket batteries on the Milwaukee side. So we'll end up getting, so we'll look at this thing, but pretty basic. I don't think it's a rapid charger. 4 amps, so yeah, I don't think it's a rapid charger, but it's just kind of a basic charger with the lights on it. And so what I ended up getting was I got this saw. Basically, I got this saw, and then I got this saw, and then I got 2 of these batteries. Here's the other one, and this charger, and this saw for I think after tax, it was like 170 something, 179 or something. It might actually been right at 180 bucks. But that's pretty sweet, because if y'all watch my other lives, sorry, I should have planned put a chair here, but I just thought I would stand up and do this quick. But if y'all watch my other lives, my last live, I showed my mobile battery charging setup now that I'm going to be running this year. And so, you know, I have that big battery in the back seat of my truck, so I can charge up any of this stuff. So yeah, so that's what I was thinking. So I'll have, you know, I have my big gas chainsaw. I have a big steel MS250. Then I'll have this, and then I also have a Milwaukee M12 fuel reciprocating saw, hacksaw, sawzall, whatever you want to call it, with the pruning blades, and you can use that for a lot of wood, a lot of different size wood too. And I have the 18 volt fuel hacksaw with different size blades and whatnot, so I can use that for cutting up sticks. But even when it gets a little bit even bigger stuff, you know, like arm size stuff, boom, you pull out this little bad boy. And so I'm gonna keep this in my truck. It's got a loop right here, like if you're a climber, you know, hook it on here. But I will tell you, just like the feel of this thing, it feels like just the build quality, the way the grip and everything feels, it feels very commercial. I will tell you that. So I don't know how they're selling them for 106 bucks, but you guys should jump on that. And again, I got the charger, I got 2 of these aftermarket batteries, the whole setup for 170 something, which is shipped to my house, the whole deal on eBay. So let's look through the chat here. Benjamin's been helping me when they started the stream. Steve, yes, I can hear you. Good audio. Thanks, Norman. Robert, looks like a battery-powered chainsaw. Sure is, buddy. Benjamin Lyle, I actually would like to get one of these because of how light they are. Yeah, man, this is a surprise to see you live this time of day. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope all's well. Green Up Lawn Care, doing great, bud. I don't like what Makita has done to Dolmar. Yeah, they're very similar. Like, I think on the gas side, like, I think they're like almost the same. I could be wrong about that, but that's what he's talking about here. Makita sell a Milwaukee hoodie. You going to LLSE? I don't believe so, Long Commander. I would like to. I just don't know if I will write it. I don't know. I don't have plans to. Like, I haven't booked it at this time. It's always a hit and miss with pricing these days. You never know what companies are really working for their customers. Can't wait to see what it does. This is Joe. Ryobi seems to be the first people that have started doing this stuff, battery operating everything. And Makita seems to be the only people so far to put up a challenge for them. We'll see. No, there's also Greenworks, Benjamin said. Joel said, well, I know I'm just talking about in this topic. I know there's other people, but Makita is another major brand. And they're talking back and forth. It's not a true Makita clone charger if it doesn't play a tune when the battery is full. I don't know. I've never had one, so I'm just going to try it out. And they cut out the middleman so you get better prices. Tony, good vibes for 2023 season. Elite Landscapes Life Stories. He has a cool channel. Y'all need to check out this Elite Landscape Life Stories. I found him a few months ago, and it really liked his videos. So Makita is kind of leaving their 18-volt LXT line in favor of their 40-volt stuff. That makes sense. That makes total sense. That makes sense why I got this for so cheap. But I don't care if they're leaving the 18-volt line, because I can still, you can always get these aftermarket batteries, and on eBay you can find the genuine batteries too. This thing has a metal spike, filling spike here. Really like the feel of this saw. I mean, the power button has kind of like, this will like light up green. I've watched videos about it before I bought it. Milwaukee, they have the hatchet, right? They have an M12 hatchet, they have an M18 hatchet, and I was really thinking about buying one of those. But I was like, man, those things are, even on eBay, even new, they're $200, $220 all day long, right? And I was like, man, it's just gonna be a little M12, and I already have a fuel hacksaw, the M12 fuel hacksaw. I already have the M18 fuel hacksaw. I have two of those hacksaws that ride in my truck. So I was like, I need something to handle a little bit bigger anyway. So I'm like, why don't I get an actual little top handle chainsaw? And so, and Milwaukee is coming out with a top handle chainsaw, but it's not out yet. And it'll probably be triple this price, right? So, and now that I have that big battery in my back seat, I can charge any brand. I have no sponsors. Nobody works with me on my channel whatsoever, currently. And even in the past, like FuelWorks has, gave me a couple gas cans. Jungle Gyms is an awesome company. They sent me a set of trimmer racks one time. But what I'm saying is, I don't have any deals like with any brand or anything going on like that. So I can buy anything I want. So it doesn't matter, what goes on with any of it. So I'm just gonna, shoot it to you straight. So I got this for a great price. I was looking for a small saw. So before I ran across this saw, my next, Scott M said, what's 106? Cutting Force Lawn Service is just joining in. Thanks, Tony. I'll be following you again this year. Again, y'all check out Elite Lawn Service. Keep It Mode. Check out his channel. He's got some battery equipment coming, and I want to see what's going on there. Scott M. Yeah, for $100. Wow. So on eBay, you can get these for $106. They're refurbished, but it's excellent condition. It's refurbished by CPO Outlets, which is like a huge reconditioner of tools. And so it's actually refurbished. It says right here on the box, it has like a stamp. It says Makita reconditioned. So it's like reconditioned to Makita specs. So you can buy these on eBay for $106. Just to recap, y'all that are just joining in now, you can buy this for $106. And then I got two 6 amp hour aftermarket batteries. They're just like off-name batteries, and an off-name charger for $64. So I got this saw for $106, these two batteries and the charger for $65. And that's everything. I'm out the door, and I have this top handle saw with two batteries. It runs an Oregon chain, Oregon bar. Now, let me go into this last thing. So when I was looking for a small top handle chainsaw, one of the ones that was high up on my list was since I have the Ryobi 40 volt blower, and if y'all see my video last night, I have a new Ryobi 40 volt mower, a 40 volt. I was seriously considering getting the Ryobi 10-inch top handle chainsaw. Because also on eBay, there's a seller on there that has them. They're basically new condition with a battery, a 4 amp hour battery. This is 40 volt now, 4 amp hour battery, a rapid charger, I believe it's a rapid charger, and the saw for $129 shipped. All right, so that's a great deal. You guys out there that are Ryobi fans, like, I was super torn. It came down to these two saws for this, you know, this type of price. I was like, do I get this MAKITA one? Do I get the Ryobi? I don't know. I didn't know which way to go. I really didn't. I really just wasn't sure on what to do, because I could get the Ryobi for $129 with a battery and the saw. They're on eBay. They're still on there for $129. I believe they only have 5 left. So y'all check them out if you're into Ryobi. Yeah, CPO certified seller of many brands. Right. Yeah. So yeah, cutting force, European Lines 18 game changer. So anyway, so I was torn. I was either gonna buy that Ryobi 10-inch chainsaw, which this is 10-inch, or I was gonna buy this because I could get them both for a killer price. Why I ended up choosing this one over the Ryobi one, even though I like the Ryobi one, I really like the Ryobi one. The only reason I chose it is because if you compare the weights, this one is like 3 pounds lighter in your hand. And you know, 3 pounds when you're holding it in your hand, it makes a big difference. And so it's still since I have a 40 volt blower and now I have this 40 volt mower, it still may have been smarter to go with the Ryobi saw for $129, but I was like, man, three pounds lighter in your hand, 3 pounds lighter in your hand, like I know that's gonna make a difference. And so for me, that's why I actually paid a little bit more, but I still got a great deal on this one. And even though I don't have anything else in the MAKITA lineup, you know, I bought this one because, like I said, the 3 pounds lighter. I think the other one is like 10. This one's only like 7, and I believe that's with a battery. So I've seen people online. Yeah, three pound difference. Which 3 pounds when you're holding it like this with, and remember, I plan to use this with one hand. So I've got limbs, I'm dragging the truck, I'm cutting them up, I'm throwing them on the trailer, whatever. I want to use it with one hand. So with it being one-handed saw, 3 pounds, it makes a big difference. So technically battery-wise, I already have some other Ryobi batteries. It might have been smart to get the Ryobi one for $129, but I just ultimately ended up choosing this one because it was so light. And I'm actually glad I did. Now that I open this thing, I mean, this thing is light. It feels super high quality. Like when I hold it, you can tell, like when this saw first came out, when this was new, you can tell that, man, this was a $300 saw when it came out. Like you can feel that. It just feels like that. It has that feeling. It has that $300 saw feeling. Now the Ryobi won't have that. It's just kind of like their entry model. It's top handle. I mean, it'll be fine. It'll be great. Again, I was torn on both of them. I even thought about buying the Ryobi as well because it's only 129 bucks. Like buy them both and just see what one I like better, and boom, sell one of them on Facebook Marketplace. But ultimately, now that I actually hold, now, you know, that's just looking at them online and reading reviews and, you know, watching YouTube videos about them. But now that I actually hold this in my hand, I think I made the right decision to get this saw. So obviously we need to do some videos to, like, you know, try it out. But I think it's going to be super good for the price I paid for it. I mean, you cannot beat that for the price I paid for it. I mean, that's a crazy good price. Now let me show y'all the 2-in-1 chart, or the sharpener that I got. This is not planned, but just to show you what I'm talking about. So this right here is a 2-in-1 sharpener. So what it does, so you have your main file that files down in the teeth, and then you have this file which like keeps the rake on top of the tooth, on top of the chainsaw tooth, to keep that file down as well and keep that in line so that it's not higher than the chainsaw tooth. And so, and you see how it has these angles, so you only use the arrow, so like whatever way your arrow is facing, let's say your arrow's like that, you know, you push it that way because that's how the files are set up in there. So you're gonna push it, let's say you're gonna push it, or you can pull it, but you just gotta follow the arrow. And then you watch this, you watch these angles, your chainsaw bars here, you know, your chainsaw bars like this, and you watch it and you push, and that way it's like, it's filing down the top of the tooth, it's filing down the top of the tooth that's in front of the cutting tooth, it's filing that down at the same time you're sharpening the other one. And these angles right here help you keep it at a nice straight pattern, so you can try to sharpen it, you know, nice and straight with the files that are in there. Now, the Steel brand, I believe they were the first ones to have this type setup right here. You can just open it up and replace the files inside. This lid kept popping open on me, so I just put some tape here. That's why that tape's on there. But anyway, you can buy these. You can buy this on eBay for $16. 16. So 16 bucks. You can pick one of these up on eBay. But this is this is for the 325 chain. So this is for my big, the gas steel MS250 with the .325 chain. So this will not work on this chain. But I plan on probably going back to that same seller on eBay and buying the one that's for the 3/8 low profile chain, because I believe it's 43. I believe like the pitch lines up and everything. So I want to buy another one of these to look just like this, and I want to use it on this saw. And then we're gonna have a killer setup. So yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. I need to get these batteries charged up, so hopefully I can use this saw tomorrow. I might bring it with me in case there's a limb down. I want to try it out. I don't know though. You never know. I might just, you know, keep it on my shelf and just look at it before I get it dirty. I might just keep it clean for a while. Just being honest. Maybe I'll just let it be a shelf queen for a couple weeks and then I'll thrash it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to thrash it yet or not, but regardless, great deal. I literally made this video because I had to come on here and tell you guys that, man, you need this saw for 106. Amazing. It is an amazing saw for $106. I mean, I haven't even ran it, but I can just tell that this thing is sweet. Like, this thing is really sweet. And I don't know much about the MAKITA brand. My dad did have some MAKITA drills and stuff as I was a kid, and skill saw and stuff. Corded one. He had cordless MAKITA drills, but anyway, I know it's a good brand. You know, I don't know a ton about it, but I can tell that I'm gonna like this saw. And again, it's not gonna cut down huge trees. I'm not gonna use it for that. It's just mainly for me, you know, all my properties along the lake, and they always have sticks fall down. And so, you know, there's always big limbs that fall and stuff. And so this is to cut it up and put it into small pieces so I can throw it in the truck and go to the next yard and not have to completely fill up my trailer, you know, in one yard to keep things small. So that was my intention with this, and I figure, heck, 170 bucks. We got 2 batteries, we got a charger, we got the saw, and I can charge it on the go with my big lithium battery, which is actually charging up over there in the background. So I'm sorry if y'all hear a little charger noise. I'm charging up the big 12 volt, the big battery. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to tell you guys about that. Elite Landscapes, yeah. Much respect to you too, bud. Yeah, that's awesome that your season starts tomorrow. Scott M said you'll love it, Tony. I wonder. I know there's several MAKITA fans, you know, here on the channel. So, Yeah, you need to try one of these out. Four Seasons of Night stuff. You need to try one of these out. Yeah, 106 bucks, man. I mean, you guys, you know, I'm just looking through the chat here on my phone. You guys should consider going on eBay and buying one of these for 106 bucks. I think it has like 30-day returns or something. But man, I mean, this is nice. I kind of wanna buy the Ryobi one too, to be honest, and just like have them both and see. But I'm just, from the specs I see online, I'm willing to bet that this one's just gonna be better. It's gonna be better in your hand. So that's kind of the reason why I think maybe this Makita one is the way to go. Amazing though. I can already tell, like, this thing's gonna be a monster. It's gonna be perfect for what I need. I'm gonna go help put the kids to bed and stuff, but it was great to pop on here to live with you guys. And I wanted to show you this purchase, and I think you should guys go on eBay tonight, type in Makita 10-inch chainsaw, pull it up. Also type in Ryobi 10-inch chainsaw and buy up that top handle one, because those are deals. You know, season's coming up. You can't beat those deals, especially in 2023 with the prices the way they are. Like, I don't know how we're finding the deals like this, but that's crazy. All right? So I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get off here, and let's catch up soon.